Thinking of buying a new instrument? Watch this video first. Hi, I'm a music teacher and this is my life. Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome for those of you who might be new here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 things that I think people should really think about or consider before purchasing a new instrument. Now, whether you're a high school student who is going to be going to college or university for music, you need to invest in a better instrument with more advanced features, or maybe you're someone who's just been playing instruments throughout your life, you love music, you enjoy playing, but you're ready to invest or splurge in a more advanced model. Regardless of what category you're in, I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so that you never miss another video. The first thing that I think everyone should consider is to think about what you want when it comes to your instrument. So for example, ask yourself things like, do I want an instrument with a certain timbre? Do I want an instrument with a certain tone color? Does it need to have specific features, or does it need to be made out of certain materials? I'll use a great example of a guitar, right? When it comes to things like what you notice when you play, think about how close the string is to the neck of the guitar. Is it really far away or is it closer together? How is the spacing with the different strings, right? Those are things that maybe a more advanced player will notice more than a beginner at first. Right? So that can be a feature or something that is structurally built into the instrument that you would notice. Another good example is, for example, the flute, which is my best instrument. A beginner or student model flute only goes down to the C that is called middle C on a piano, whereas more intermediate or advanced model flutes will have what's called a B foot, meaning the foot joint of the flute has an extra key on it so that you can play the low B. That's not really needed in beginner level music, but in university level pieces, I certainly had some low Bs that I was supposed to play. So know what you want out of the instrument. Now, if you're not sure what features are out there, asking people in your life can really help. So if you have friends at school, or if you know people in your life who play that instrument, asking them about the different features that they like. If they have an instrument that they're willing to let you play, for example, if they have a guitar that they really love and they're willing to let you play that guitar to see how it feels or how you like it, they can be great resources, as well as anywhere online, because there's so much information out there that you can look at about those features or preferences. The second thing that you should think about is to know what you need before you're going to buy this instrument, right? So going back to the B foot example, I knew that when I went into university, there was a chance that I would need to have a B foot flute. Another thing is when it comes to buying instruments made of different materials, a great example for me is a piccolo. So a piccolo is very similar to a flute. It's from the same family with similar keys and note names and everything like that, but it's quite a bit smaller, and there are piccolos made of a wide variety of different materials. So if it's made out of metal, that usually means that it's better suited for like a marching band, right? This is a band who plays outdoors in all kinds of weather, and so metal is very durable, and so it's great for that setting. But as a musician in a university music program, I was looking for a piccolo that could blend better with like a concert band or a symphony orchestra. And so when it comes to a piccolo that's going to blend better, a piccolo that's made of wood, real wood, is going to be much better suited for blending with an ensemble like that. So thinking about what you need and what's going to work best for the kind of musicianship that you're doing, what kind of music you're playing, and what kind of ensemble you're going to be performing with can make a big difference when you're thinking about what you need for your instrument. Let's look at number 3, which I honestly think might be the most important thing. Know your budget before going into the store. The worst thing you can possibly do is walk in without a budget, play an instrument, and find out that you absolutely love the sound, you love the material, the motion or the movement of the keys is wonderful, and then you look at the price tag and your feelings hurt. Maybe your heart drops a little bit. You go, oh my gosh, it's way more than I thought. Now, I knew my budget because my flute was actually a graduation gift from high school. My dad said, if you graduate from high school and you get into a university level music program, I will buy you your flute. But my dad had a pretty tight budget, and that's totally fair, right? The fact that I didn't have to buy it was wonderful. I knew it was a gift, and so I knew what the price point was before going in, and I was able to find a flute that at the time did everything I needed, and I loved it. But I had to know the price point before I walked into the store. The fourth thing that I think is essential to know is to know what kind of condition it's in. Now, if you're buying an instrument that's brand new, this may not really be a factor. But for example, if you're looking at buying a pre-owned or used instrument, then ask the questions that are going to be really important for you to know. So for example, in what year was this instrument made? Are there any structural integrity problems with the instrument? And how often does this instrument need to get repaired? And the reason why I ask this is because I'll give you another example. In university, the clarinet professor, one of the clarinet professors actually, she was taking her clarinet in from her car to the university. And her clarinet was made of solid wood with metal keys. Well, the thing with wooden instruments is that in extreme cold weather, wood can sometimes crack. And so her clarinet got a crack all the way down the body of the instrument. And so she had to take it in and get it repaired. Now, if she were to ever sell that clarinet and someone was going to purchase it, that might be something worth knowing, because now the structural integrity of the clarinet has changed. Now, the repair person could have done a fantastic job and it may play just like it's new, but someone buying that's a pre-owned instrument that has significant damage, it would be important for them to know that up front in case that same thing happens again in the future. And the fifth thing that I think is really important is that you should know exactly where you could take your instrument to be cleaned or repaired. So, for example, I know of a music shop that is within my city that I can drive to, and I can have my flute taken apart, cleaned, reassembled, and returned to me in great condition at a reasonable price. I know that there are some people out there who will invest, say, thousands of dollars in a flute and not be willing to leave it at a shop that they don't trust. If I were to leave my flute at, say, along in McQuaid, right? I know that it's going to get shipped off to Toronto, and Toronto is like many hours away from me by car. So the thought of going without my flute for a while, to me, that's not really worth it. I'd rather go to this smaller workshop that does great work, but I don't need to send it away to be fixed or cleaned. I can drive there within a reasonable amount of time, pick up my instrument, and then bring it home. And if you are someone who plays your instrument on a regular basis or performs regularly, this can be a huge time saver and money saver, because you are not sending an instrument, one, far away, and you're also not sending it to someone that you don't trust. If you're investing thousands of dollars in an instrument, you want to make sure that the people who are going to be servicing that instrument are professionals and who are very knowledgeable in that kind of instrument, so they are people you can trust with your instrument and with your money. So those are the 5 things that I think everyone purchasing a new instrument should be thinking of. Know what you want out of your instrument, know what you need out of your instrument, know your budget, know what condition it's in, and know exactly where you can take it to get serviced and cleaned. Thank you so much for watching the video. Remember to like, subscribe, share this video with someone in your life if they're going to be buying a new instrument soon, and let me know in the comments what kinds of videos you'd like to see in the future. And I do have one short announcement. You may notice around me that there are some moving boxes. I will be moving, and so for the rest of the month of May, I will be trying my best to keep up with the video schedule. There might be a few differences in the schedule in June. Let me know in the comments what ideas you have of things that you'd like to see me do in the future.